This is the fan stitch. This acrylic yarn holds its shape really well, makes it look kind of lacy. These groups of 9 double crochet here are the fans, and we have V-stitches in between that the fans are worked into on these rows. Works up quickly, and it is an easy but complicated look for stitch. Would be great for afghans, wash rags, cardigans. I have a diagram here that shows the stitch and how we begin. I start with a multiple of 8 plus 2 chains. So for my swatch, practice swatch, I chained 26. I'm going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook, skip 3 chains, do 9 double crochets in the next chain, which is my fan, skip 3 chains, sorry, do a single crochet in the next chain, and you're going to repeat this pattern. Skip 3 chains, 9 double crochet in the next, skip 3 single crochet, skip 3 9 double crochet, skip 3 single crochet in the last chain for your pattern. So if you have an afghan that is much longer, you're going to begin with a single crochet and you're going to end with a single crochet and have the fans evenly spaced in between. Row 2, chain 4, double crochet in that first single crochet, chain 5, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into this single crochet from row 1, and that makes a V stitch, chain 5, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the last single crochet for the row. Row 3, we chain 3, and this counts as our first double crochet here. Put 4 more double crochets in that chain 1 space of the V stitch below. Then you're going to single crochet, and you're going to go over this chain into the 5th double crochet from the first row, and you're going to encase that chain. So you're going to go around it, and then you're going to do a fan in the next V stitch, which is just 9 double crochets in that chain 1 space. Single crochet over the chain into the 5th double crochet from that first row. Do a fan in this V stitch, single crochet again going over that chain into the double crochet, and then you're going to put 5 double crochets in that chain there, that chain space there. Then you're going to chain 3. This is row 4, and we work in this direction. Do a V stitch in the single crochet, chain 5, V stitch in the single crochet, chain 5, V stitch, and then here we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of this chain 3. Now in the beginning of this row we chained 3, but that doesn't count as a double crochet there. It counts as a chain 2 and a slip stitch, which is how we ended the row. So both ends match. On the row below, if you notice, there are 3 chains here, and that does count as your first double crochet, and you have 4 here. Well, over here you have 5 double crochets, and you don't have a chain because it still matches, but you have the 3 chain over here to get up to the height of the stitch to begin the row. Okay, so now we've finished 4 rows, and we start row 5 up here. You're going to chain 1 and single crochet in that slip stitch, skip these 2 chains and do a fan in the next V stitch, single crochet over the chain into the 5th double crochet from the fan in row 3, make a fan in the V stitch, single crochet over the chain into the 5th double crochet in that row from row 3, fan, and then single crochet into the what would be down here, this first chain. And then you're going to simply repeat rows 2 through 5 for this pattern. So let me show you a little bit of that now that I've gone through the diagram. Remember, you're going to begin by doing multiples of 8 and then adding 2. 10, 11, 12, 16, 25, 26. Okay, when you go really fast, you tend to pull your hook out of your yarn. Right, I'm going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Now that one I went in the bottom loop like I typically do, but for my fans I'm actually going to go into the top loop. So the next thing is we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth one there, just the top loop, I'm going to make 9 double crochets there. That's what makes your fan. And by just going into the top loop, you have a nice solid edge on the bottom. In this case, if you go in that bottom loop, it leaves just one strand on the bottom and it just makes a too big hole. 6, 7, 8, 9, then skip 3 chains, single crochet in the next chain right above that bottom loop, skip 3, 9 double crochet in the next chain for the next fan, your fans will be offset, so the next row will be V-stitches. 6, 7, 8. You can shove them over if you need to pull that chain out. 9. Alright, and I have such a habit of going into that bottom loop, so I did it there, which actually is a good thing because then I can show you the difference. So when I go into the top loop, I have this nice thick part on the bottom. If I go into the bottom loop on the single crochet, it makes a nice finished edge. But then over here, if I do the fans into the bottom loop, I end up with just one strand there, and it just doesn't look as nice as this. So in this case, I typically go in that bottom loop because it gives a nice finished edge, but for this particular pattern on those fans, you want to just go into the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I do it all the time that it's automatic now, and I have to think about not going into that bottom loop instead of the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, then skip 1, 2, 3, 4 into the bottom on this one for the single crochet, and then skip 1, 2, 3, 4, go into the top loop and make my fan. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the bottom loop of that last chain. That's row 1. Now I want to chain 4, 2, 3, 4. That's going to count as your first double crochet in your chain 1 for the next row. And then I'm going to work a double crochet in that first stitch. chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip the fan, and we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, which is a V-stitch in the next single crochet. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and it looks a little wonky, but it will straighten out when we come back around, and we're going to fix that problem. Chain 5, V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 5, single crochet, oh I'm sorry, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, V-stitch in that last single crochet is what I meant to say. Now we're on row 3, going to chain 3, counts as your first double crochet, and you're going to put 4 more double crochets for half of a fan on the beginning of this row, really is what that is. All right, so now comes time to single crochet into the 5th double crochet from that fan on for row 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in a single crochet, and we're going to catch this chain from row 2 inside there, encasing it, and single crochet. In the V-stitch, I'm going to put 9 double crochets and make a fan. 6, 7, 8, 9, single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the 5th double crochet from that fan on row 1 over the chain from row 2, then another fan, and remember your fans are just 9 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5th one is the middle of that fan, so that's why you're going to be crocheting there. And then for the last one on this last V-stitch, put 5 double crochets there. I didn't realize I'm out of yarn. I should have planned a little bit better for that, so I'm going to actually pull in the new color, which is going to look a little strange, but I wouldn't normally do this on a project, but rather than go get some more yarn, I'm just going to pull this in here now. And when we do color changes, we pull in the new color on the last part of the stitch there. So we're on row 4. We're in a chain 3. This does not count as a double crochet here. It counts as or acts like a slip stitch in a chain 2, which is what we're going to do at the end of the row. So we're going to do a V-stitch into that single crochet. So don't worry about all of these, but double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do a V-stitch in that next single crochet, skipping over your chain, because remember we're going to catch that when we go back on the next row. So chain 1, double crochet for my V-stitch, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, V-stitch in this single crochet, and 2, and instead of chaining 2 or 5, we're going to chain 2 and then slip stitch into the top of your chain 3 from the row below. Slip stitch, remember, is just through this stitch and then pull it back through the loop on the hook. Now row 5, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. You're going to single crochet into the slip stitch actually that you went into below. So right down here and from the row below, single crochet there. You're going to skip over these chain 2s and we're going to do a fan in this V-stitch. So the fan is just 9 double crochets there. Seven, 8. Gets a little crowded in there. 9. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet in the 5th double crochet. 2 rows below, over that chain. Fan in the next V-stitch, which is 9 double crochets. See if I can do it quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I still count to make sure that I have the correct number. If I'm not counting while I'm crocheting, I will go back and double check. 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet over that chain into that double crochet from the row below. Another fan. 9 double crochet. Alright, now we're at the end of our row and we're going to single crochet into that first chain there. That was our color change. It's a little loose. Normally I would go ahead and weave those in or work that tail in as I'm crocheting, and then I don't have to later. So that's our pattern. And the gold with the peach, I don't know, not a great combination, but from now on we're just going to go back to row 2 and repeat rows 2 through 5 to continue the pattern. So you will chain 4, turn your work, double crochet into that first single crochet, chain 5 over that fan, V-stitch there, chain 5, V-stitch, and you can rewind the video to go back to row 2, so that I'm just not repeating myself, and you'll just repeat that for the entire length of your project. I love these patterns that they just are repeat rows, so once you have that down, you just repeat it and that makes up the entire thing. Looks complicated, but it is quite simple. And if you like, you can use a piece of paper to mark down what row you're on. You can screenshot the diagram and then have that as a guide. I like the diagrams. It helps me to see what I'm supposed to be doing. Hope that's clear, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate it.